All right, well, this is pretty cool. So we've got, today was announced the new beta for REDCINE-X, being able to handle NVIDIA CUDA cores much better. So you're able to actually theoretically play 8K footage at full resolution without any stutters, and supposedly being able to play up to 33 frames per second if you've got something like an RTX 2080 Ti, which if you pass my Apple that I'm not using, we've got a NVIDIA 2080 RTX 2080 Ti, in fact. So we also have, this was a custom build I made, 64 gigs of RAM, and we've got 16 cores on an AMD Threadripper 2090-50X. So let's take a look at this. So this is the original version, the build 50.5 in REDCINE-X, and I did download some sample 8K footage. I don't have my own 8K footage yet, so but I'm running it off of a M.2 SSD, so we've got really fast transfer rates. But let's say we got this clip here. If you look at the metadata over here, this in fact shows you that this is a resolution of 8192 by 4320, so it's 8K. It was recorded in red code 8:1, which would be about a pretty standard compression. Obviously you can go lower compressions, but that would be basically what it is. If you go into the preferences, how I've got this set up, I actually set it up so that I'm at 63 gigs, memory limit, 32 processes, because I've got a 16 core, so that's as many processes I can do, and I have it set to CUDA. However, again, this is set in the original REDCINE-X version. So I'm actually going to just reload the clip here. I'll go to one other, go back to it, and as soon as I load it in, I'm going to hit play, and we're in playback. It's doing okay, but you see the frame rate counter here was 17 frames, 18 frames, 19. So it's a little stuttery. It's not quite able to keep up buffering wise. So we're hovering at about 17 to 20. Sometimes it'll catch up to 24 frames, but it is stuttering in the playback. You'll see a little bit. It's almost there to play 8K. As you see, we are set to full resolution, but it's not quite there. And I'm going to show this one more time in the task manager. So I'm going to hit play, and then we're going to look at the task manager. You see we are running our CPU at 100%, GPU at 100% to try to play this clip. And even then, it's struggling at about 22 frames. This was recorded in 2398 frame rates, so it's just not keeping up in performance. So here's the really cool thing now. We're going to close out of this. We're going to open up the beta version now of REDCINE-X. It just released today, being February 22nd. I'm going to open up that same footage, and I'll show you in my preferences. Again, system, we're at 63 gigabytes. Out of the 64 I have available, 32 processes. This also is a little different, additional GPU memory to reserve for other applications, so I'm not reserving any, and I'm set to CUDA again like I was before. So I should be able to use all 11 gigs of that RTX as memory. So this is what's kind of cool now. If I open up this clip and I go to play in full resolution mode, bam, we are at 24 frames and sizzling. Even goes between 24 and 25. This is just humming along. There is no stutter in the playback whatsoever. So this is full. This is completely utilizing that higher potential of what these RTX 2080 Ti cards can do. So here's the other really cool thing. I'm going to start this one more time. If you remember in the task manager in the older version of REDCINE-X, the CPU was at 100, GPU was at 100. I'm going to go ahead and play this. This is voodoo right here. Look at the usage. We're at better playback, 18% usage CPU, 9% of my GPU is being used on this clip playback. Look at this, full 24. My fans are not kicking in because the heat is staying low. I don't know how this is happening, but somehow the people at Red and NVIDIA have gotten together and have created absolute amazing voodoo. This means that if my GPU is not even being used to its fullest here, as you're seeing, full 24 frame rate, 8K full resolution, and we're only at 9% GPU usage. That means I've got a whole bunch of extra room set aside for if I had like layers of clips, multiple processes. This is insane. So this is really exciting if you think about how they could apply this to Adobe Premiere. God, we hope they do. Hopefully they'll incorporate this once they get the SDK developers package or developers kit. It's going to be really interesting. It's a great time to have a PC right now because this is only a window. This is a Windows only availability right now as far as being able to use the NVIDIA with Windows and having this new REDCINE-X beta that is just mind-blowing. So yeah, so just wanted to show you the huge change and leap of what they've done from just this latest REDCINE-X build to the new beta, which will eventually be their new build that's going to handle full 8K resolution on your PC.